Hey guys, Carlos here. Today we'll build this target stand. It's nice and light, it's easy to build, it's cheap to build, and you can take it apart to make it easier to transport it. We'll be using lumber that's 1.5 inches wide and 3/4 of an inch thick. You can follow the same recipe if you would like to build this out of 2x4s. My only recommendation, instead of orienting your post like this, you should orient it like this, so it's less chance of you hitting your posts. In case you damage your posts, you can simply buy another 8-foot piece, cut it in half, and pop them in. Once this is assembled, all you need to do is staple a piece of cardboard to it, and you're ready to go. Let me show you how to build it. Okay, we're gonna go over the stuff you need to make this target stand. So a pencil, measuring tape, drill bits. This one is 1132. This one is 764. You need a speed square. You need screws. I got these at Home Depot, 2-inch long. You need a drill for drilling the pilot holes. I'm gonna use another drill to drive the screws in, but you can use the same drill if you don't have, kind of the same setup. Some clamps will be helpful as well. As far as lumber goes, so you will need 4 pieces of lumber that are 20 inches long. These will be the base of your stand. So 20 inches long. This one happens to be 2.5 inches wide. I don't usually use this one. It's just what I had on hand. So yeah, 4 pieces that are 20 inches long. And for the posts, you need 2 pieces that are 48 inches long each. And notice, right, like I said, this is 1.5, and this is usually what I use, but I didn't have enough of the 1.5. I had some of the 2.5, so that's what I'm using. You also need 2 little pieces like this that are based off of the width of whatever you're using for the base. So in this case, I'm using 2.5 inches lumber. So I cut the little pieces 2.5 inches long. If I was using the 1.5, I would cut the little pieces at 1.5 inches long. You want them to be the same height as the base, and you don't want them to be too long, so I just go by whatever the width is. So let's talk about the base a little bit. Notice that 2 pieces are just plain wood, right? No holes, no lines. And these 2 have holes, and they also have lines. So the first thing that I did was to mark the center of this piece. So again, if this one is 20 inches long, the center is at 10, and then from the center I measured 3/4, and I made a line, and then another 3/4, and I made a line. And I'll show you why these are important. And then I used the speed square to make straight lines. And for the middle one, notice that I also go over the top, right? And I'll show you why I did that. So same with the other one. The next thing that I did, notice these holes, so about 1.5 inches from the edge, and using the 1132 drill bit, I drilled a hole, and you can see that it goes all the way through. And the reason for this, these will be right part of the base, and you can go on Amazon and buy something like this. I'll post the link below, but you can use these to anchor the stand to the ground so it doesn't fall. So that's the reason for the holes. Okay, so now let me show you the general idea, and then we'll start putting this together. So what we're looking to do, let me clean up a little bit here, is this. So the lines that you made on the lumber with the holes, make sure that they're facing outside. So let's do it like this. And then the lumber that has nothing on it, this is the idea. One will go here, the other one will go here. The little pieces, you know, and now you can see, like, if I cut it the same size, it doesn't matter which way it goes. It will be flush with the top. So we do something like that. And one thing that I forgot to mention, so if you look at one of the posts, what I consider to be the bottom, I marked the center. You know, it doesn't start there, but just anywhere, and anywhere, maybe like 1 inch or so above. And the reason why I did this is to help us align everything. So let me push this back. So when we do this, I am going to put one of the posts in here, and I will squeeze everything together. So notice that the post is flush with these two other pieces, and now this side piece is flushed with everything, so everything is nice and tight. Now this is where those lines come in. Notice that I can use this top line to align the side piece with the post. So I can do something like that. And notice that these other lines align perfectly with where the screws will go. So we're going to drill pilot holes here using the 764 drill bit, not in the middle, just on the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want the screws here. And the reason for that is because you want to be able to remove the post when, you know, you're going to transport your target stand or whatever, and you want to be able to put it back in there. I'm doing this one-handed, so it's hard. Put it back in there when, you know, you're ready to use it again. We will also drill pilot holes here on this side to hold the little piece in place. So I'll probably go from here, and then I'll probably do one on the other side on the bottom. So one on the top, one on the bottom on the other side. And this will keep everything nice and tight. And I will do the same exact thing on the other side. So let me drill the pilot holes, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I used the clamp to keep everything nice and tight. Notice here that I used the other block that I'm not using yet on the other side, to be able to give me more room where I needed to drill the pilot holes. So here's the ones on the side, right? The 4 pilot holes, and they go through where the screws are going there too. And on this side, there is one on the top to hold the little piece in place, and I have another one on the bottom to hold the little piece in place. So now we're ready to put the screws in. I will do that and I will be right back. Okay, so here we have it. The first side is done. So here are the screws on the side. And here's the one on that one side. And the other one on the other side. And I should be able to take this out. And everything is nice in place. And I should be able to put this back in like so. So I will follow the same exact steps on the other side, and we're gonna be done. So let me do that and I will be back.